Hey guys, I'm Sam, and today we're going to talk a little bit about social media and anxiety. So, at least for me, social anxiety is a primary drive of my own anxiety. And even though I know this, I still keep returning to it. Social media is a great thing, it allows connection on a wide scale, people you might not normally see without it. Today, I'm going to go over a couple specific ways that social media messes with our heads, as well as some tips to reduce that effect a little bit. So, one of the primary ways that social media can generate anxiety is the fear of missing out. When you see other people having fun, it can feel like you should be too. It's the same thing as going on a questionable weekend trip because you didn't want to miss out, but instead of just one trip you weren't on, it's dozens or even hundreds of them. Even though it's a lot less personal, because it's on a much greater scale, it has a much greater effect. And the important thing to remember about this is that people only post the highlights of their life. And for the most part, they have just as much downtime as you do. Another way that social media messes with our heads is by increasing news anxiety. Most often, this will happen on Reddit or Twitter or sites like that. By constantly barraging us with mostly negative news stories, it can really have a great impact on my anxiety. And an important part to know about all of this is just that news sites will often promote stories that make people anxious on purpose in order to generate more engagement. It's just good to be aware of this tactic. So, finally, let's go over a couple tips to reduce social media anxiety while you're browsing. First thing is times. Just set either a time limit or only browse at certain times of the day. One thing that can help with this is do not disturb on your phone, especially at work or something like that. Another thing is no social media before bed. One, this will help you fall asleep faster, and two, your mind won't be churning through things in your subconscious while you sleep, which can actually have a great impact on mindfulness during the day. Third tip, talk to one person you know in real life before getting on social media for the day. I find that this really helps ground myself in the present and gain a lot more context and perspective before I jump on Reddit. I'm Sam, and this is Mindfully. Subscribe if you guys thought this was valuable, and comment any other techniques to reduce anxiety while you're browsing social media.